Hey everyone, thanks for joining today's practice. Most of today will be standing. We will be moving through some sun salutations, but for the most part, we will be standing. And there will be no shavasana, but of course, if you need a shavasana, go ahead and take one. All right, if you want to join me at the top of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Shoulders stacked over hips, stacked over ankles. Start to ground through your feet. Palms facing forward. Shoulders dropped. And might lower your gaze or close your eyes. Noticing how this may throw you slightly off balance. Starting to come to your breath. Relaxing into the pose. Starting to soften parts of our body and feeling strength in others. So maybe softening the forehead and the jaw and the shoulders, and beginning to feel strength in the muscles of our legs, our core, as we balance in Tadasana with our eyes closed or gaze lowered. And we can inhale deeply, filling up the chest, the belly, and then exhaling completely, letting everything go, relaxing our shoulders, feeling the strength in our legs, grounding through our feet, supporting us in mountain pose. In today's practice, a strong foundation will be very important. Making sure to focus on grounding all four corners of our feet into our mat. And then noticing the positioning of our legs, our hips, our core as we hold ourselves in each pose. Let's take one more inhale. And then on our next exhale, flutter our eyes open. Let's inhale our arms overhead, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart, falling hands down. Inhale, hands overhead, gaze is up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to start to move through our sun salutations. I'm going to come to the top of my mat. Inhale, tall mountain, hands overhead, gaze up. Exhale, dive down, fold completely. You might need to bend your knees a bit, resting your hands on the mat or a block, or even on your legs if that's what feels good for you. Completely let go. Let your chest and your stomach rest on your thighs. Bend as deeply as you need. Let that head hang heavy. Maybe you shake your head yes and no. And inhale, halfway lift, looking for a flat back, straighten out your legs. Don't lock them out though. You can have a micro bend. And your fingers could graze the mat, or perhaps they're on your shins or even your thighs. Exhale, release. Fold back down. And let's stand all the way up. Gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to the back of the mat. Plank pose. Shift forward on your toes. And then lower all the way down with control. Drop the tops of your feet. Pull your elbows in, kind of like they're coming in towards each other. And then lift your chest, cobra. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your chest. Tuck your toes. And then moving through hands and knees or just pressing back up into downward facing dog. Chest goes between your hands, hips are high. You might be bending your knees, maybe pedaling out your feet, wagging your tail. Gaze might be towards your toes or your thighs. Take whatever movement you might need in your downward facing dog. 3 more breaths here. Dropping those shoulders away from your ears. Come to stillness. Inhale. Step to the top of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, dive down in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into your plank. Shift forward, and then lower all the way down or part way down. Drop the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes and press back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step to the top of the mat, meet in a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step the feet back to plank, shift forward, and yogi's choice. Either all the way down or part way down. Drop the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Shine your chest forward. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step to the top of your mat, meet in a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Gaze is up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We'll run through that one more time. Inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Plank pose. Shift your weight forward for yogi's choice, either all the way down or part way down. Drop the tops of your feet. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips, press your chest back. Downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, step to the top of your mat. Meet in a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, we're going to move into a warrior dance. Starting off with a little bit of balance. Start to shift the weight into your left foot, grounding through all 4 corners. Finding a spot on the floor to gaze at, your dristy. Then begin to pop up onto your right toes. And then maybe you lift your right foot off the floor, foot is flexed. And if you find yourself falling out, just get right back in it as soon as you can. No rush, just taking your time. Maybe you support your knee with one hand or both, however that looks for you. Start to send your foot back, leaning forward. And then step your foot to the back of the mat. Inhale your arms overhead, high lunge. Our knees over our ankle. We're sinking deeply into it. If you need a wider track, go ahead and step your feet further apart on your mat, widthwise, not lengthwise. Drop your shoulders, biceps are by your ears. And we're going to now drop the back heel. Front foot is pointing towards the top of the mat, and then the back foot is pointing towards the side. Warrior 1. Hips are still open to the front of the mat. Open up to warrior 2. Hips are now opened up to the right side of the mat. Gaze is over our left hand. We're still bending deeply into the left knee. Flip your left palm. Start to lean back. Drop your right hand, the back of your leg, reversing your warrior. Gaze can be up towards the sky or down towards your right toes. Extended side angle. Start to lean forward, reaching straight out in front of the mat, and then drop either your hand to the mat or your elbow to your left knee, sending your right arm high. I like to windshield wiper my arm forward and then up. And then, if you'd like, you can reach towards the front of your mat. With control, press yourself up into warrior 2. Start to lean back, reverse your warrior, flip the palm, send the right hand down the back of the right leg. Open back up to warrior 2. Send your hips forward for warrior one. Biceps are by your ears. Come up on your back right toes, high lunge. And then step to the top of your mat. All right, now we're going to do the other side. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Start to find balance, grounding through the right foot, popping up onto your left toes. And when you're ready, start to lift your left foot off the ground, flexing your foot. Again, maybe you use one hand, sending your other out to the right, or perhaps you support that left knee with both of your hands. Start to lean forward, sending your foot towards the back of the mat. Step back, and then lift up for your high lunge, bending deeply into that right knee. Drop your shoulders. Now drop the back heel, opening up to warrior one. Hips are still facing forward. Warrior two. Hips open up to the left. Gaze is over your right fingertips. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. We're still bending deeply into the right knee. Flip your right palm and start to lean back, dropping the left hand down your left thigh. Gaze can be up towards the sky, or maybe it's down by your left toes. Start to lean forward, reaching towards the front of your mat for extended side angle, and then drop either your elbow to your right knee or your hand down to the mat. Windshield wipering your arm up, and then maybe you start to reach forward. Continue to breathe. Open through your chest, rotating your arm back. With control, press up, moving through warrior two, and then flipping your palm and coming into reverse warrior. Feeling that stretch along your right side body. Warrior two. Warrior one. Coming up onto your back toes for a high lunge. And then step to the top of your mat. All right, let's go ahead and inhale our arms overhead. Gaze is up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time. Inhale, your hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.